Neighbor keeps showing up unannounced to my house. I recently moved into a new house in a small gated community over the summer. This is the first time I've lived in a house since I was little. When I moved in, I received a lot of welcome gifts from my neighbors since it's a very tight-knit community. This is how I met most of my neighbors, including Dana and her husband. Dana is my next-door neighbor. The first time we met, Dana came to my front door with her husband and 3 sons to introduce themselves. They brought me homemade cookies as a welcome gift. Her sons were really into dirt bikes and saw mine in the garage as I was moving in. I told them they could come over and check them out anytime they wanted. I was being nice. Dana never really said anything or gave out any red flags. The next week I was at work and got a motion notification from one of my cameras. It was video of Dana by herself looking into a window on the side of my house. I maybe thought she was checking to see if I was home and didn't think much of it. Then I get a text from her later that day asking me when I would be home since her sons wanted to come over and check out my bikes. I replied that I would be working late, and she responded that she would let her sons know. Nothing ever really happened for a few weeks. The second event was a Saturday night. She knocked on my front door and asked if I would like to come over for dinner. I didn't really have much going on, so I said sure. I go over to her house, and I'm expecting her family to be there. Nope, it was just her. She said that her family was visiting a family member. I didn't want to be rude, so I ended up staying. Dana is a big talker, so I barely got a word in that night. It felt strange, but it was just a conversation. I saw her husband Chris a few days later while checking the mail, and he asked me if I enjoyed Dana's cooking. I responded it was great, and I wish he could have made it. So I guess he knew about us having dinner and was fine with it. The third event was a few days ago. My camera caught Dana walking in my backyard by herself, looking into my shed. I confronted her on the phone, and she said she was just looking for a shovel. I informed her that my tools were in the garage and made sure to let her know I can see everything on my cameras. She apologized for not asking me before coming over. She later that day sent me a picture of my boat in my driveway, asking if I could take her out in it. I left her on read. The latest event happened last night. I had my somewhat new girlfriend over at the house. We were grilling in the backyard, having a good time, when all of a sudden Dana shows up with her boys and literally self-invited her family to dinner. It was extremely awkward for everyone. I tried telling them that I didn't have enough for everyone. Dana claimed that her family wasn't that hungry. Dana didn't leave until my girlfriend left. I'm extremely confused if Dana is into me or just has no social awareness. The only thing at this point keeping me from straight up confronting her is that we are neighbors and have to live next to each other. Her husband has been nice and doesn't give off any strange vibes. What do I tell her to leave me alone? Do I need to wait for her to do something again? Please help. Update. Original post on this account. Wow, wasn't expecting the original post to blow up the way it did. I would like to thank everyone for their advice. Turns out that the people who said she was into me were right. Dana texted me last Thursday, letting me know that her family were going out of town for the weekend. She said that she would be lonely and wanted to know if I'd keep her company. Said something like she's grateful to have such a young and strong man in her life, referring to me. I'm 90% sure that means she's into me. I politely declined by telling her that I would be with my girlfriend. Friday night, I'm chilling with my girlfriend at home, and Dana knocks on the door. I'm so thankful for my girlfriend because she let Dana have it. We didn't hear anything from Dana the entire weekend. I guess now Dana is mad because she issued an HOA violation for my trash cans being in the wrong place. Also the other night, she was taking pictures of my girlfriend's car parked on the street for whatever reason. Yesterday, I had a conversation with one of my neighbors who let me know that Dana and her husband are apparently in an open relationship because her husband is bi. Anyways, not really my problem, and I'll just deal with them as my neighbors. Ever since my girlfriend had that talk with her, she hasn't been on my property. Thanks again for the help.